Hey guys, this is Alvin. You may have seen me in my earlier video. I did mention before that I did get a flat while I was on my ride. Unfortunately, I totally forgot to record the whole process of me doing the patch and reviewing the items that I used. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the items that I did use to patch my tire and give you a short tutorial on how to do it. The link to the previous video where I actually went on the ride is going to be annotated somewhere along right here, and you can also click on the link down below. Without further ado, here are some of the items that I did use to patch the tire. The things that I used were actually from a product line called Slime. You might have heard of them before. They do a lot of tire patching things, everything from bike tires to car tires. The first thing here is going to be the Slime tire lever here. It's kind of a multi-tool thing that I have always on me on my bike. It's a good thing to have because you use these top caps to actually remove the outer part of your tire so you can actually get to the inner tube. And it does come with a set of multi-tools with basically everything you need to tune your bike if anything was to go wrong or you needed something done while you're on the road. The other thing that I used was also from Slime was the Skabs. I don't know if that thing's focusing on there. And what this is basically an all-in-one patch. The old patches that you guys might be more aware of are going to be like two-part epoxies that you have to put a glue on, then you put a patch on, you have to let it dry. What's really nice about these is they're these green little patches made out of their proprietary material that all you have to do is you peel it off this little white backing here, and you can stick it straight onto your inner tube if you have a hole or a tear or something in there. The other thing that I used was from Air Innovations. It's called the Second Wind. I don't know if that's big enough on here. You can see the name on there right there. What's really cool about this is it's a frame mounted pump which goes directly on the frame. It uses the water bottle cage mounting area to actually mount a little clipping device, and I'll actually take a picture. I'll roll it on the screen right here. It's very narrow, it's very thin. The only thing is it's a little long for my liking, but it is a pump that goes on the bike itself, and it actually makes use of these 16-gram CO2 canisters. And on the other end right here, there's a little nozzle where you can puncture it, and the air goes through here. So instead of actually having to pump this physically, you can use these 16-gram CO2s, which are threaded, that just go right in here, and it inflates your tire for you. These things are very handy, they're very lightweight, and they save a lot of space and time because no matter who you are, I don't care, it's hard to pump your tire to 125 psi with this little thing. Alright guys, so this is going to be a quick video on exactly what I did to patch my tire. This right here is actually my front tire. The flat was on my front, but I'm just using this as an example here. So the first thing that you need to do is actually remove the outside tire from the rim itself. So the slime tool that I have comes with two of these right here. Essentially, what you would do is if when this tire is deflated, you'd be able to take this little hook part right here and put it right inside of the bead right here. This one in particular has what's called a Kevlar bead, which makes it very soft and very easy to pull off. Be very careful when you do this because you can puncture the tire a second time when you're taking this off, so you have to be very gentle with this. And you just shift it under there, and you just drag along the whole rim just like so, while the tire is actually on top of this, and the tire will come off and you can pull the inner tube out, and you'd have a whole inner tube like this. After you have your inner tube out, basically you're going to want to either re-inflate your tire or so that you can track down the puncture, or track down the puncture before you remove it and track down the area for it. After you track down the area, let's just say it's right here, what you're going to want to do is take your scuffers, which came in the Skabs Kit that I have, and just scuff up the surface a little bit. Just scuff it up using the little beaded area right here. It will give it a little bit of texture so that the scab itself can attach to the buttonole rubber. After that, you would just peel this off, just like so, and apply it directly to the tire, the inner tube, and get it over the hole. Try to get the hole as much in the center as you can. It doesn't have to be exact, but it will function better when it's done so. At this point in time, you would go ahead and reinstall it in your tire, or on your rim in your tire and replace the bead. Placing the bead can be done the exact same way that you removed it, going in reverse with this, or even by hand just by pushing it in place. It sometimes is a lot easier doing it that way. So at this point in time, after everything's put back together, you would want to inflate your tire. I used the Second Wind tire inflator with the 12, or this was a 16 gram canister. Basically, you would tighten this down on here until you heard it puncture all the way down, and no air is going to come out at that point. You're going to place this over your tire itself, or over the inflator itself, and you're going to want to unwind the 16 gram CO2 canister just a little bit, and you're going to hear it and feel it fill your tire almost immediately. After installing the rim back on your bike, you're good to go. If you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to comment in the section down below. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed.